Hey, and welcome back to the morning edition of Garrett and Steve.
Yes,
Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Garrett. I haven't seen you in so long. This is such a pleasant surprise. I baked pizza rolls for us
Ooh,
in the microwave.
are they molten hot in the middle?
That's what we're going to start off finding out because they just came out of the microwave.
Yep, mine's cold.
Mine's cold. It went the other way. Oh, God.
Now I just have cold goo in my mouth.
Cold pizza mush. Oh, let me try another one. Oh, that one's like ice. All right, good. Don't go for the middle ones. Oh, this one's so frozen. Oh, Jesus, that's disgusting.
Thank you for breakfast. It's so delicious.
You're welcome. I'm a great host of people, not of a podcast, but of people in my house.
And you did offer me a beer, but I passed. Thank you.
A nice 10 a.m. beer, even though we put a few away last night. Yeah, honestly, the idea of drinking a beer right now is making me a little nauseous because it's
like
2 days in a row of pounding.
Obviously, you guys know me. I'm not like a big drinker. I started kind of drinking a drink during Antony's show just because there was really nothing to do. And now I'm like on this streak of like every day I'm drinking, and I'm kind of concerned or like think about it. Like I don't want to be I need a drink guy.
How the hell could you have picked up an alcohol habit at Compound Media?
I don't know. It just kind of happened.
What are you, crazy? There's something wrong with you. I don't think that's anybody else's thing.
But there are times like on a Saturday when I'm home and I'm like, oh, maybe I could go for a drink. And I'm like, what am I doing? I don't need it.
Anthony literally needed a quadruple bypass because of his habits that he accrued during his Compound Media New York City stint. So it's not surprising in the least that you have now this new craving for, sometimes I just want to feel good without really having to do much about it. I don't want to exercise or, I just want to put something in my body that makes me feel better about everything and makes me a little more
looser,
a little pep in my step. I don't know. That's weird to me. I don't know what's wrong with you.
But then, we also started drinking on Garrett and Steve, and that's a lot for me. It was at least. now it's just a regular Tuesday for me.
It's the norm.
Yeah.
I was never a beer drinker until we started Garrett and Steve.
Oh.
And the only reason I would drink beer is so I could have a cap to throw in the gap. Otherwise, I would have just brought whiskey if we were doing like a drinking thing. But we started that show by covering for Antony when he was, had his various things going on. And we were like, well, since we're covering the Antony Kruger show, that means we're allowed to. I became a beer drinker.
Maybe that's the start of it. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were filling in once or twice a week for him and drinking on the show. Yeah.
Infected with the Budweiser bug.
Yeah, Budweiser's like, it's passable, but it's not a beer I would pick out.
It's the cheeseburger of beers.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, yeah,
everyone likes it.
It's hard to argue against it because it's just regular beer. Regular beer shirts.
So we got a few new, reviews, I wouldn't call it, or
I also have a few new reviews. I'm gonna have to share my screen. I'll get that. But we'll go to yours first. My lurker in the chat sent me 16 screenshots of comments. So first and foremost, one of the ones I saw was people asking on the Garrett and Steve chat, do they even read these comments? Yes. Keep throwing them in there because they're funny. We do read on our YouTube page. And like we mentioned, we're waiting for our YouTube page to be able to take super chats, and then we'll be on there. Because also my brother was trying to super chat in last night, and he was like, "What the fuck? This shit doesn't work."
Oh, on our channel?
Yeah. And he was like, and I was like, "No, I told him how we're doing it," and he was like, "Nah, bullshit. I saw people super chatting in live. I was watching it," and I was like, "No, I know, but you can't do it from our page yet. You have to go on Chrissie's page."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, okay, I get it."
So I guess my first review, not even a review, but Michael Gavin Ali, our partner in crime at Compound Media, wrote a Twitter article about Compound Media's ending.
A twitical.
And I believe It says at the bottom of his article, want to publish your own article? Upgrade to Premium Plus. So Michael Gavin Ali is paying $18 a month for his Twitter. I don't get why.
The man seems to have a very dispensable income. He spends $20 to $100 on touching porn butts. So I think money ain't a thing in the Michael Gavin Ali world.
Well, here it is up on the screen. Thank you, Chrissie, for pulling it up. From Michael Gavin Ali, a.k.a. Bad Man.
With the mic in his hand, he's a bad man.
Sadly, all good things come to an end. Last week was the end of Compound Media and their studios.
Did he spell that weird?
No, he just pluralized the studios. I have a lot of great memories at Compound Media. I have to give credit to Garrett, Steve, and Drew, a.k.a. the Booth Boys, for putting their great work in the program of shows on Compound.
What?
Garrett was fucking hilarious reading the MGA porn script, his porn script, on Wet Spot. Plus, he played a huge part of each shows by taking my phone calls to In Hot Water, Tax, and Wet Spot.
That was the role you played on those shows. Other than that, nobody really knows what you did. You're in my category, like Gavin said at the firing meeting. I don't really know what you do here.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what you do here, but
Michael Gavin Ali knows.
You take his calls.
Yes.
Which is a very important feature of your job.
My interactions with Garrett were great. I have nothing but great things about Steve and Drew.
Yeah, me too. I have great things about Steve and Drew.
I have to give credit to Chrissie, Mayr, and Gino Bisconti for creating the monster, a.k.a. Michael Gavin Ali, with the help of Aaron Berg and Mike Figs. Chrissie Mayr! Just for no reason with 2 exclamation marks.
Yeah, what is that?
If I didn't meet her in person, I wouldn't be here to do her.
Wait, what? If I didn't meet her in person, I wouldn't be here due to her.
Oh, due to her? Oh, I did read it wrong.
Because the do he was supposed to use D-U-E, but he used do as in he's trying to do her. So he did. I understand why that was confusing.
Gino, same thing. He played a huge part in my life due to In Hot Water. Again. Overall, I have nothing but positive things to said about Compound Media. Thanks for the last 10 years and giving me a career.
Wow. Thank you, Michael Gavin.
Such kind words.
That was so nice, I guess. Did that hurt your brain to read that fucking monster tard nonsense?
Before I read it, I was expecting worse. Considering his porn scripts where they were very bad Englishy or something, but no. And I'm glad that we supported him through all In Hot Water and took his back, because now he's taking our back,
Yeah, through thick and thin, we've been with that guy.
But Gino didn't take his back, really, and he thanked Gino a lot, so maybe we wasted our time.
I'm going to call Gino and say he's gay. How long does that bit go on before he starts getting mad?
I don't know. I don't think he will.
I hope not, because I think it's funny.
It's funny.
But I can very much picture him like doing something, being busy, and his phone rings, and he's like, "Are you guys calling me just to say you're gay?" And I'll be like, "You're gay." It's a very funny bit.
And Michael Gavin Ali has asked us to be on his show a few times now.
We have gotten a couple requests to do a couple different shows, so we're going to have to schedule that, I know, appropriately.
Do you want? We got asked to do the BS show on Friday morning. Do you want to do that? Okay,
yes,
so I'll say.
I worked it out with my better half. I will have time. I will be available for that come Fridays and whatever else we're doing. Channel update, because someone asked me on Twitter before. So this week was all free because we want people to watch no matter what. But starting next week or whatever next round of shows we do, because I don't know if we're doing anything over the weekend, but at least half or more are going to be behind the Patreon paywall.
Completely or live on YouTube?
I think the best way is, again, for at least most of them, live, free. But then if you missed it, it's immediately unlisted and you have to pay to see it.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Because I definitely understand, because this has been a recurring thing on Compound and now like people paying for the service and then going, why is everyone else getting this for free? I fucking pay for this shit. So don't worry. You're going to pay for this shit and only get it. It'll be just for you. Also, I don't know if we have time today, and we're definitely not going to have, well, we'll figure that out later. Never mind. But I have some reviews.
Oh, nice.
I would like to get to. Let me do a little share-a-rini. Also, by the way, Oven Fresh, Steve's Calzone shirt, inhotwatershop.com.
Nice.
It still says Compound Media on it. I think I'm going to get a Sharpie and fill in the spot that says Compound Media because that is not accurate anymore. But still a fucking pretty nifty shirt. It's just definitely not two pieces of dollar pizza smushed together. Like
and there's also Garrett and Steve shirts on there that probably say Compound Media on it too, but
probably. All right, now for the share.
So what, you screenshotted these comments?
No.
Okay.
My lurker, aka my lovely wife, was listening again last night, and she gave us some screenshots. First one, review from Jake Husden at Garrett and Steve. I did you a song. Dump Clips LMAO. He hit me up on Twitter last night again, like, Steve, I'm really sorry about what happened, and I really want to just have you on the show. And I don't know. I don't know if that's good enough.
Oh.
Yeah, I need an actual act of attrition. Something. I don't know what. I'll know it when I see it, but I was completely insulted by Jake, and I can't shake the bad feelings he gave me.
The song didn't turn you around?
I didn't hear the song.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh,
I guess we'll have to get to that.
It's a beautiful song.
Okay. Well, maybe it will turn me around. And real quick, I haven't checked today, but we have someone in the $100 Garrett and Steve Club tier.
Really?
So we're buying the plaque, and the golden plate is going on there. Hopefully, before we get the plaque installed on the wall, we can get a couple names on there, but I don't care if it's just one.
Someone suggested that they have to be a 12-month subscription to that to get their name up there. And that's like, no.
Yeah, well, we might put a special thing on your name if you have 12 months. Like maybe we'll start adding little
stars, like a football helmet or something.
Or like a general. You're like a 4-star Garrett and Steve general, but that'll be a road we cross when we have to. And person in that tier, let me know. I mean, your name's going to be on the wall, so I guess everybody's going to know your name. But either way, we'll get to that when we do. Second review. Why did you guys move into a Mormon family's home? Well, because the wallpaper was nice. We were like, this is perfect podcast wallpaper. It'll give people a headache while they stare at two non-attractive males.
Would Mormons have a sign in their home that says, in this home, we are in it. We make live. We say, I'm soggy. We give toot toots. We scream together. We give corn. We do whoop really well. We are laugh. There is dog. I don't think so.
That's the Mormon act. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
It's a Mormon prayer.
Wow. I'm out of it then.
That's the Mormon Our Father.
We give corn.
Yeah, that was a random sign that got suggested to me on Instagram. One of those random ads. Yeah. And I was like, I could use that in my house.
Because when I first came here, I was like, I didn't read it. I just like, oh my God, they're word poster house or whatever, there's love in this house. And then I started reading it and I was like, oh, thank God. We give corn.
We give corn. Yeah, because it looks, I think we showed it last night when we showed Cap in the spice rack. But it just looks like wood paneling with words on it. Like a thing that would say live, laugh, love on it.
Exactly.
But instead of just literal nonsense. That once you start reading, you're like, oh, this is a house full of retards. There's special ed people living here. But thank you, Stu Cluster. Let's see another review. Bobby Jugs didn't hump the table. It's in reference to the Bobby talk last night. And yeah, that was a warning sign. Yeah, maybe things weren't exactly like our creative differences, I would call it, where I would fuck a coffee table for fun, and Bobby literally not only wouldn't do it, but he got kind of pissed at me, like, "What, you're trying to make me look like an asshole?"
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Well, yeah, it's funny.
It's funny.
Look at me. I'm humping a coffee table. I caught Dookie Booty, just threw his ass on it and started like I made an ass of myself because I thought it would be funny.
I mean, and I only did it because Bobby wouldn't do it. It was like, just fucking do it. It was fun and stupid. Yeah.
You stepped up to the plate, and I have to say, it made the whole bit for me that you went in there and fucking really started fucking the coffee table. But it also would have been kind of funny if only I did it, because I was thinking in the moment, like, all right, I'm going to do it. And if he really doesn't, I'm just going to do it twice.
Oh.
Just go back in there. The whole show is going to be me just fucking the coffee table. But yeah, maybe that was a warning sign. Next review. The hardest part of rollerblading is tell your father you are gay.
That's true.
Telling your father, Opie, that you're gay. And the reason you're rollerblading with him is because you enjoy the time you spend in the park alone. Promo code Boatman. It could be a promo code at some point. Jake Husden back. I'm sorry for what happened, Steve. I would love to have you on the show. I'm gonna have to listen to that song, and we'll take it from there, Jake. Oh, whoops! What'd I do? Oh, I just deleted one. God damn it.
Whatever.
Hi, Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin's lawyer. Same wallpaper as room 237. Hello, Steve's wife. Hello, Steve's wife's lawyers. Yeah, she's in there. And it is what it is. Please don't say anything too rude to her, because it's not like someone. Oh fuck! What
is room 237? I'm missing. Is that a reference to something?
I don't know. Is that?
I didn't know if it was like a movie.
The
reference.
Shining.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm assuming. I would assume it's like The Shining reference. This is gonna make your head fucking explode. Nathan DeVault. This is the one I accidentally deleted. Just know I started watching for Aaron, but ended up staying because of the dump. Thank you, Nathan. But the reason we were sent that one is because directly below it, James Schwartzman. Steve is beautiful. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Oh, speaking of which, I got a text from him this morning. Jimmy Schwartzman on the Schwartz line. Glad to see you guys are kicking things off. I think you're going to grow and things are going to happen. You guys are great together. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You're always a man full of compliments. Very nice. Let's see here. Compound is down. Steve / will Stancil be hosting tours of your house for new parolees? So I believe that is in reference to the time Stancil invited some black gentlemen from the elevator.
Yeah.
And they all sat them in the studio and caught all kinds of hell for it, even though they didn't do anything.
They were like extremely nice or respectful to everyone. Like,
we literally
the problem was
the white guy, the bum.
Yeah, that wasn't connected to them. He was just Matt Mead brought him in or something
from Sullivan's. He was like a half homeless guy at Sullivan's. He wouldn't shut the fuck up, and he was being weird.
The problem with the black guys was they worked at like a jail rehabilitation center, like they got prisoners' jobs. So that was everyone just thought that they were prisoners.
Was that the problem? It was their jobs. But their jobs were the problem, because I specifically remember the tweet from the boss going, "What the fuck's going on in there? Why are there black people in my studio?" And then Gino was like, "Stancil did it. It was Stancil. Stancil brought the blacks." And that was a whole hoopla. But I remember being like, wait, is this for real?
Yeah.
Because I thought Antony was kidding. Like, oh, look, black people in the studio. Get it? I hate them. But then it was like he was serious. Like, no, why are there black people there? It's like, oh, yeah. He's for real. But that was a weird day. And Stancil, he took some time off
from that. Yeah.
He brought in some fine, upstanding black citizens. But yeah, I remember just being like, oh, okay. And noted. Don't do that, I guess.
Did that stop him from getting paid for In Hot Water too after that?
Yeah, because him and Gino had a whole tiff.
Yeah.
Based on I don't even fucking remember the details of all that. I just remember there was an explicit statement from the boss: "No blacks allowed." Again, I'm like, no, he was kind of kidding, right? I think. Maybe not really. Oh, yeah. Thumbs up. AC/DC. One of the shines Stancil brought into compound overheard the closing meeting and told Chad. Back to what we were just talking about. That probably is what happened. Luby, your chat is too loud. Compound is down. Antony wanted to pay for another trip. Gavin said, make it one way. Pay for another trip.
Antony wanted to pay for another trip. Like to New York
or to South Carolina?
I'm not sure.
I don't know why, but okay. Oh, Frankie McDonald was in the chat. I'm doing great. Awesome. Thank you, Frankie, for the update. And smartass Alice, damn it. I was hoping the end of compound also meant the end of Stancil. Unfortunately, no, he is not dead.
No.
He's alive, very alive. Oh, and this is more of what I was talking about before.
God.
ACDC. Steve, let's see your wife's fun bags. Get some views. No. Better chance of us pulling our bags out. I might pull out bag. Like Stancil does that all the time. And
your fun bag.
It gets him a lot of super chats. So maybe I'll pull out bag. But no, my wife's she got a real job.
Chrissie's channel. We'll pull off bag. Pull out bag.
Well, yeah, we'll throw batch around and we'll pull out bag once we're not ruining someone else's livelihood. Well, yeah, those were good reviews.
Good reviews. Yeah.
Do we want to get to the Jake Hudson song, or should we invite in our special guest?
I guess let's play the song first.
Okay.
And then we'll bring her in. Yeah.
All right. So this is a song for us from Jake Hudson, who his words cut deep yesterday. He made me feel pretty awful.
When he invited me on his show right in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said, Steve, I don't even know what the fuck you are, or something. And yeah, it cut me pretty deep. So we'll see if this turns that around.
On compound media, they made them up. Garrett and Steve always bring the spot. With laughter and banter, they held the stage. But now it's time to turn the page. Oh, Garrett and Steve, your voices were loud.
He's got a hell of a voice.
She stood out in the crowd, though the lights had dimmed and the mics off. Your legacy lives on in the laughs and scoffs.
The laughs and scoffs.
From the morning shows to the late night grind, the moments of gold forever we'll find. In every joke and every story told, you left a mark, a memory to hold. Oh, Garrett and Steve, your voices were loud. In the sea of shows, you stood out in the crowd, though the lights had dimmed and the mics off. Your legacy lives on in the laughs and scoffs.
Laughs and scoffs.
Change is the
That's a weird
constant
one.
in this media land, but the bond you built will always stand for the fans and friends who watched you grow.
God.
Thank you, Garrett and Steve, for
Woo!
Oh, Garrett and Steve, your voices were loud. In the sea of shows, you stood out in the crowd, though the lights had dimmed and the mics off. Your legacy lives on.
The laughs and scoffs.
So here's to the memories, the fun and the tears.
Well, I hated that a lot.
Steve will remember the years.
Oh, it's not over.
You're not a fan?
No, I hated that a lot. That made me uncomfortable.
I didn't like the off scoffs rhyme that the AI pulled out. That was kind of weird.
The lofts and scoffs. Yeah, now you know what it is catching on. It's I kind of like it now that I've said it. Maybe we'll get it. We'll make a new shirt that says "Come for the lofts, stay for the scoffs," and the print on the shirt will be this. That is actually what we need to do: is sell shirts with this background as just the entire design on the shirt, so you can walk around hurting everyone's eyes that you walk into.
That would be great just to have a shirt with this fabric. Oh my God. That's a great one.
The eye rape shirt.
But thank you.
Edie's back in her spot.
Thank you, Jake Husden.
Yeah, thank you, Jake Husden.
I appreciate the effort.
And I will seriously consider attending your program now because of the massive effort you put in.
Nice.
To that AI song. You know,
the chorus was catchy. Garrett and Steve kind of in my head.
Steve for the laughs and the scarves.
Very Taylor Swifty almost.
I see in the chat, absolute scenes. It is not.
It is not.
Is it absolute scenes or is it not? I'd say not. We have to keep up with that guy. He's my favorite person on the internet.
Yeah, I thought you guys would kind of blow him off since he pussed out for the Met game. Like, what's the point of?
I am more obsessed with him than ever. I want to get him on this show. I want to see if we can keep him on for a long time before he just starts getting shifty. And it's like, listen, guys, I gotta go. My anxiety's peaking right now. I'm gonna freak out.
But you've asked him before, right? Or
he said he would too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then the trail went cold. I said, yeah, let me know this. And he's like, oh, I'll let you know. And he never let me know anything after. So I gotta start bugging him. But yeah,
but he's still going strong with the UK Met stuff. I haven't seen clips or anything. Not that I follow him, but
I haven't been keeping up either. But usually the second he posts something funny, it immediately it's like the first thing in my feed. So yeah, I guess he hasn't really been doing much. But we'll keep up with UK Mets. Don't worry. Oh, we got our first. Not our first super chat, but our first call Gino. Chat. Oh yeah, no, I mean because I saw other ones in there. But let's call Gino. It's already that time of the show. The fucking.
He might not even be aware that we're doing a show now, so this could be good.
Who is it?
Hey, Gene.
Hey, what's up? What? Any?
Hey, buddy.
You're gay.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get tired of that any day now.
Oh, here we go. Super chat from Gino Bisconti right before we called him. You better not ever stop calling me up to tell me I'm gay. I'm old. I forget. Also, busy day today, so get your fag calls in before noon.
We did.
What's the busy day today? What's he doing? Is he gratcasting or is he in hot watering?
Oh, I don't know.
It's Wednesday.
Well, no. Well, he's not back on Censored until Monday, right?
Oh yeah, they're on vacation. I think maybe he's gratitude casting.
Or Kiki casting, maybe, or I don't know. Who knows?
We'll figure it out.
Next time we call him gay, we'll ask him.
Maybe, but I want to call Gratwick Productions, the people who got mad that he stole their name, and I want to see if we. Oh wait, hold on. Sean hates you too. He's looting the studio. Oh okay.
Oh, that could be true. He's going in to pick up his stuff.
Oh yeah, Gino, if you are doing that, please get the Frankie McDonald cutout of his face.
Andrew Herbert took it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. Well, someone needs to send us another one because I need that to be Frankie now, since I can't put my lips on his face. Oof.
And maybe grab the Bobby post.
And I might grab the Bobby post and frame it. Mike Liggio. Are you related to Craig Biggio? Loving these quick shows. You are quickly going to catch up to the 25 you did on Compound.
Yeah.
Signed up for Booth Boys level today. Hell yeah. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Mike.
We look forward to your production pieces. Yes. Speaking of which, we have one from yesterday that we did not get to that we will absolutely be doing in a little while. Yeah. Get a goddamn phone number. That sign needs to be on a GNS shirt. Which sign?
Oh, that sign?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think to just take it off the wall.
1 second.
Yeah, this is what I make people come in and read. This is our mantra. In this home, we are in it. We make live. We say I'm soggy. We give toot toots. We scream together. We give corn. We do whoop really well. We are laugh. There is dog. There's dog right at Garrett's
feet. It's all true.
Which that's Edie's. Every time we've done this, Edie, my dog, sits at Garrett's feet and does not leave.
No.
She's like, "He's my new best friend." Oh, I love this. Carlos Peligro. Have we met the goal today? Come on, people, donate so we can make the goal. Also at Jaquan Rocks. Yeah, do we want to start doing that every show and just start begging?
The hype train, right? That chat to do.
The choo-choo. Like, what if instead of talking about stuff, we just like, come on, guys. Come on, send us money. Come on.
We'll bring up the next subject once we get $20 in super chats.
I want $5 more. I want it now. Give me $5 now. I'm not talking about anything. I said now. Actually, I can't even see if they're coming in, so someone might have said $5. But I'm still gonna sit here and pout. Yeah, no, I can't. It's one thing to take the super chats. It's another thing to
demand them, or
the show is just
hold them hostage over it. Yeah.
Got another one. Oh, got another one.
What's your
I like them.
What's your success of buying things off Instagram ads? Because that sign you got off Instagram, right?
That's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
I'd have to say 90% hit rate on things I buy from Instagram ads that I'm like, yeah, because everything I get sold on Instagram is like goofy fucking t-shirts and shit like that. So it's like I only buy this dumbass shit anyway. Like, of course, I got what I paid for every time.
Yeah, I bought like a pair of shoes once off Instagram. I forget what made me like think they were cool, but they were kind of like fur-lined high tops or something. But the sole was so thin, and like anytime you took your foot out, the sole of the shoe came out, and it would like fold up, but it was kind of glued, and they would just fell apart immediately.
That is one thing I would never buy.
I don't know. Yeah, it was a dumb decision.
Like clothing, like t-shirts are one thing because it's a fucking t-shirt. Like these are all like it doesn't matter. But a shoe, if it's not from a major company, it's probably going to literally fall apart at some point.
That's what
like you're going to rip a shoelace off when you go to tie it. Yeah, shoes can be real pieces of shit. But yeah, no, I can't even think of like other stuff I've bought off Instagram other than just the shirts and this weird sign I have.
Oh, and then I bought I forget what it was called, but it was like a little round smiley face thing with a mouth, and it came with goo, like green slime, and you squeeze the smiley face and go like that, and it would suck up the goo, and then you're supposed to be like hit it, and then it would shoot the goo at people. And I brought it for my brother, and he said like it doesn't really suck up the goo when you do it, and then the goo gets hard almost immediately after. So
how old's your brother that you bought a goo toy for?
Oh, 56. I bought it for him last year.
And his problem with it was that like, oh, it actually doesn't work as good as I need. I need my goo toys to really spit the goo far and make it, not get hard.
Yeah. He did.
Do you often buy him goofy, like Chinese knockoff toys?
Well, he's a big Wish guy.
Oh, okay.
Do you buy shit off of Wish?
No.
It's like the cheapest stuff, but you get 10 of whatever because
it's like fake stuff.
Yeah. So he's always buying that, and like he has his mug or like that he keeps his alcohol in. It's all covered with stickers he got from Wish. He's a kid, just like me. He's 56.
I'm in the same boat. Oh, here we go. Dominic Riccitelli. This show is absolute scenes. Hopefully you guys continue with the night shows, and thank you guys for not saying fuck it and not do anything. Thank you. Yeah, well, actually, yeah, you're right. We got to give you the you're welcome face that you got from the boss. But thank you, Dominic Riccitelli. But I almost fell for the Temu the other day, where you get 6 items for free, but you have to pay $50 for shipping. And it's all knickknacks. So it's like, this shit all put together is not even worth $10. I'm not paying $50 for you to ship crap to my house. And now I'm on your list. And yeah, but I almost bought a bunch of toy guns that were like real, like M1911 Colts. They looked real, but they were purple. But it was like real gun action, and like it had a slide, it had fake plastic bullets and a magazine. I was like, I need this to teach my son about guns.
Yeah. Are you going to be anti-gun toy?
No.
Oh
my God. I'm going to be anti-gun in the house because I'm going to be so pro-gun toy. I mean, I want to be able to like go to the range and use guns myself, but I don't know if I'm going to ever have one in the house because if he's anything like I was as a kid, we didn't have a gun in the house because me and my brother would anytime my mom and dad were out for 2 seconds, we were raiding every part of the house, finding shit we shouldn't have been touching. And we absolutely would have found a gun and started fucking playing with it.
What was the weirdest thing you found?
We never found anything weird, but we found a BB gun once.
Oh.
And that
Did you find like your dad's porn?
I did when I was a little older.
Okay.
When I was jerk off age. I found a DVD.
Oh.
And I think it was not hard to find because this is when my parents were divorced. So like it was basically just out somewhere. Drawer, it was in a cabinet. I had to slightly like pull something back, like a row of DVDs, and I found porn, and it was like old. Even though it was a DVD, because he went to bed and I fucking put it in and I kept it on mute. It was like it looked like it was from the 80s or 90s, like it was grainy footage.
Like a classic porn on DVD,
yeah. And I'm 13 or whatever, so I'm like, oh god, fuck yeah, whack off. But then immediately after, I was just like,
my dad jerked off to this.
Yeah, why? And I never touched that one again. I was like, I didn't like the after feeling of like, oh, my dad's porn. Ew.
At least it wasn't. My dad had VHSs that I would steal. So like, you would hit play right at the second your dad finished jerking off. You know, that was always a weird one.
Yeah, the second that occurs to you, it's like, now I'm gay. Dad had a gay son. It was me.
But because of my dad, we found the Black Chicks song, the Black Chicks porn song that I love. Black chicks, black chicks, black chicks. Talking about black chicks. They love big dick, and everybody loves black chicks. It was a great song. And then there was it was like a preview of 10 pornos on a tape. So it was like Taboo was in there. Do you know about that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah, there was a bunch of Deep Inside Vanessa Del Rio. That was another. She was.
Don't know that one.
She was this like Puerto Rican Hispanic woman, and she was known for having a big clit.
The Puerto Rican rattlesnatch. She's shaking her clit.
And then the only other weird thing I found was I guess my brother got caught smoking pot in school. And I don't know if they made him write a letter. Oh, how are you eating?
I'm starving.
They made him write a letter to my parents, I guess. And I found that letter.
What'd the letter say? Dear Mom and Dad, my teacher's making me write this gay-ass letter. I don't care that you know I do drugs. I'm going to definitely do more now. Also, sorry.
Yeah,
Signed, Garrett's brother.
I wish I could even remember one word, but I was more just what it was about. It stuck with me. I was like, oh, geez. Because I had no idea. You know, I was probably 7 or 8 at the time, so I didn't know what weed was, or
your
it was
brother
like, oh my God, my brother's.
Your brother's a full-blown drug addict, and you didn't know.
Totally. And like in a few years later, my friend and I were hanging out in my room upstairs, and my brother had moved out. So I switched rooms to his room, and in the closet, there was like a golf ball, like kind of carved out. There was like a tube in it or something, kind of forget. But my friend was like, oh, I know what that was. And he wouldn't tell me what it was. And I think it was like a weed smoking bowl.
Out of a golf ball?
Yeah.
I've smoked weed out of an apple. So I can see how it could work.
Yeah,
just
it was
much smaller.
It was definitely an impromptu thing. And my
Yeah.
dad's a golfer, so he had a lot of golf balls or something. But yeah, there was something with a golf ball in the tube, and my friend was like, "Oh, I think I know what that." But he didn't tell it to me. I don't know.
I'll never tell
Yeah.
because he didn't know what it was. I'd imagine he knew it was for drugs, but he didn't know if
Maybe.
this was like a crack smoking pipe
Yeah,
or
yeah.
fucking meth or weed. So he was just being super cool, but he wasn't
Possibly.
actually in any way knowledgeable about what he was looking at. One thing I want to do before my little Charlie boy wakes up is get Luby here
Okay.
to talk about her perspective from the fired meeting. Because after this week, we're probably going to stop talking about it because we're really beating a fucking horse to death.
Yeah.
But she was there and she got spoken to not so nicely. One line I remember specifically was Gavin saying, because Luby was pleading for all our jobs and said, like we mentioned before, she was saying to everyone, like, you don't even need to keep me, but you need to keep Garrett and Steve. But Gavin then was like, well, the people in this meeting that matter the least are talking the most to her. And then the next week he came into the booth and said the same thing to you.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're not on your side. You just fired us. We're not your buddy now. Why would we shit on the person in the meeting who's trying to save our jobs? Yeah, that fucking dumb bitch. God, what an idiot. What was she thinking?
Yeah, I couldn't.
Well, anyway.
Insulted.
I just saw it in the chat. My cousin just asked, is that a Boxcar Willie hat? That is a Boxcar Willie hat. My pop-up gave me this.
The same one that was a mailman?
Yes. He was also a huge fan of Boxcar Willie. If you don't know who that is, at some point we're going to take a deep dive because I have a DVD. It was a show in Branson, kind of like a Yakov Smirnoff, but
okay.
He was a train guy who sang country songs. He was like, "Oh, Boxcar Willie, the old train hobo." And my grandfather loved him. He got seats in the front row to his show, and they would tape him because, like, this is part of the thing is that they get you to buy on your way out in the gift shop.
Oh, your grandpa wouldn't tape them.
No, the venue taped the show so you can buy the one you were at.
Oh, that's.
But my grandfather not only was in the show, he was like featured. Like Boxcar Willie was talking to him, and
oh wow,
yeah.
So he bought that show.
He bought that show.
You have it?
I have it somewhere.
God.
I got to figure out how to get it onto a computer. But it's very funny.
You got to think that they purposely interact with the fans so that those fans buy the show when they leave, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I think fans will buy the show on the way out anyway because they want to buy.
The show
first of all, people who love these Branson acts, it's their life. They fucking love everything in Branson. They'll buy everything anyway. But yeah, the fact that my grandfather was in the show because Boxcar Willie's talking to my grandfather. He's like, "Where are you from?" He's like, "I'm from New York." Oh yeah, really? Oh, what part? Staten Island. He's like, he's made a bunch of mob references and he's talking like, "Oh, I don't want to mess with Joe." And it was really funny. I gotta find that because it was one of my favorite things. Carlos Peligro found my dad's old porn and was always amazed that we potentially spanked to the same woman.
Yeah.
Amazed or creeped out? Because I immediately would just feel like, ew.
It's a better just to like push it out of your mind and not think about it. Yeah. Just skip it. I think we skipped one super chat that said he signed up for Patreon and Gum Friday. Just one.
Well, if we skipped any, here we go. J Toxic 49. Here's 50 cents to call Gino again, and $4.50 to show the dog. Also, yes, that kitchen sign with the wallpaper design shirt would sell at least 12 units. 12 units. The dog actually, as soon as I jinxed it, she took off.
Yeah.
She's probably hanging out with Luby now.
No, so Layr, let's bring in the dog.
Let's bring in our dog. Hold on. Luby. Take my seat, please.
Am I a bitch in this story?
Yes. No, we just want to know.
Oh, your dog is the sweetest dog we're having.
Mets podcast.
Hi. Hey guys, do you want to do a picnic tomorrow?
Oh, I gotta turn your mic down.
It's way too
Your mic's too loud.
Do you know that people still DM me that just for the good old days? Like,
You know what I just figured out yesterday?
yeah.
They were saying that because you're a lady.
Yeah.
They're saying your mic's too loud. Because a woman was
they don't want to
talking.
hear a woman talk.
Yeah. That's why her mic was always too loud.
Come on. Now, it took you so long.
I swear to God, I just thought because the first show we did with her, her mic was too loud.
Oh.
So I thought that it was just like a funny reference. I didn't realize years later now, I'm like, oh wait, they were just saying it's because she's a woman. They don't want her talking.
It probably was a trigger, the thing that when the mic was too loud, and then he just like, oh, she should shut the fuck up anyway. So kind of.
Gavin actually said the same thing in the meeting. He said, Luby, your mic's too loud.
He literally said it like straight to my face. I can't believe it. And I wasn't even pleading for my job.
No.
I was very honest, and I said, I believe in this show, Garrett and Steve. I've been doing social media, and I'm the one doing customer service. So I can't believe I'm touching this paper wall. This is an iconic moment. Sorry. I see emails, I see tweets. I also was the one taking calls, so I know how many people are calling. So I'm like, you guys are making a mistake. Like, you don't have to take me. I'm ready. Like, I know, like, my days are over. This is the best show. This is it. And he told me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But did he talk about me the day after? Did I understand?
Next week.
Yeah, so the next week, after Antony and Gavin show ended, he comes in and it's like, Luby was really fired up in that meeting. And it's like, she's probably the reason why this happened. You know, like
why am I the reason for what that happened?
Like he didn't mean you generally specifically, but he meant like the extra salaries at Compound of people that he thought weren't doing anything.
It's like it's so interesting to me that he said, my people looked into the books, into the number. If you looked into the books, into the numbers, and into the whole operation, then you know exactly what I was doing. Also, good luck with Otera and customer service.
By the way, the way he put it was, I have two hardcore finance guys.
Hardcore finance
and they have been
guys.
looking at the books of this place hard fucking core, and they came up with, you all should be fired.
Yeah.
But don't fire us. We're the hardcore
Never,
finance guys.
never.
You need to pay us. Don't ever look twice at what we're doing, and maybe we're a waste of money. But fire the staff that gets shit on the air.
Also, do you know how much I was paid?
$4.
Yeah, I can't imagine it was that much.
I was hired.
Were you hourly?
I was hired for 15 hours a week.
Oh my God.
So do the math. Whatever the minimum of a minimum something. I mean, whatever the hour was, I forgot, but it's 15 hours a week.
Oh, no,
So-
they're way too hot.
So my paycheck was basically, you could cover the beer for the office.
Yeah, that
So
was
it wasn't like I was paid this
exorbitant amount.
This like 100K to just waltz in. I actually, really worked for my money.
Totally.
I actually cared for my job, like I know that it was with me on
Oh my God.
too hot.
Oh my God.
I know that I was a lot on and off, but it's because I always had to work extra jobs because I literally can't pay my groceries even. But I haven't, when you see something and it's love at first sight, that's what happened when you guys did Antony's show, when you covered for him. And I know that Drew and I were producing it, and I was like, holy fuck, this is it. It was something in the stomach when you see like, oh my God, I love this. This is so good. And remember when I came into the office with my checklist that says Garrett and Steve should have a show? I thought you were calling me. It's a dog. Good. And then you told me, oh no, Iraq and I already want to do it. And I had it as a vision already because it was that good that all of us were like, this has to be a thing. This has to be a thing.
And it worked out because Crip Daddy died. So I needed
It worked out great. Yeah. It didn't work out great for him or for his caregiver because she lost a paycheck.
I think it worked out great for him.
He's finally free and waltzing and dancing and floating. And
He's dancing in heaven. Mets podcast.
this is hot.
So hot.
Yeah, they're inedible now because they're too hot. How funny is that?
Oh my God. It's either too hot or too cold. There's no. So Gavin still talks shit about me. And I also want to say one thing. If we ever merged, I wouldn't last 2 weeks with him. You guys know that I have a big mouth, and I'll be like, second week, like, if you talk to me one more time like that, we're gonna have I know that the bitch Luby would come out, which you guys never seen. I've never been bitchy to you, I believe, because we always just got along.
There's never a reason to.
Were you bitching to E-Rock sometimes, maybe?
A couple of times, but
I don't know if I saw it.
It was kind of like a banter.
Yeah,
thing,
it wasn't like full on.
Yeah. He always took it, and it was not that bad. He actually called me last night to see how I'm doing, to tell me he was watching you live and loved it, and like everybody's rooting for this. Everybody is proud and excited, and I'm sorry that I sound like a grandma, but I will forever be fan number 1. Okay, I think that
Grandma.
I think also in my country, Ljubica, my name is like a grandma name. It's Rose.
Oh,
It's like really for grandmas.
Like Gertrude, or not that old.
Is that too?
Mildred.
I'm a Mildred.
Bernadette.
Okay, is anybody telling me to shut the fuck up? Yep.
I think your mic's a little loud.
Shit. Okay, I'm gonna switch because Charlie might wake up any second, and we're gonna be best buddies. Love you guys.
Thanks for stopping by, Luby.
Thanks for stopping by.
You were late because of it. I'm sorry about that.
She made you late?
Yeah.
What the hell happened there?
You know, she's like, what time you get into the terminal? And I'm like, oh, around close to 9:30 or something. I show up at 9:15. She's like, oh, I'm like 7 stops away. Okay. One ferry leaves. Then 9:30, she's like,
boy.
I'm getting out now. Another ferry leaves. And then she's like finally walking up. It's like 9:35. The next ferry didn't leave till 10 o'clock. Like 2 went off in 15 minutes, and then we had to wait a half hour for the next one. So.
The exact perfect amount of time.
Yeah.
Here we go. Gino Bisconti, super fan, $10 beer. Gratcast is Saturday. Oh, duh. Gratwick cast is Saturday. Gum Fridays are Friday, and my day is just grabbing lunch with people at 1. ... Gotta leave the house at some point this week.
Oh.
Who are some people at 1? Grabbing lunch.
He doesn't have any friends.
No. Must be business dealings.
Oh. He's working it.
Yeah.
Good for Gino.
Interesting. Jessica Drake.
Ooh.
Congrats on 2.1K subs. Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you for handling the microwave the last time you were in studio. Or one of the last times, anyway.
Oh, this is the one I saw. Yeah.
Oh, Curtis John. Signed up for Gum and GNS on Patreon. Only problem is I just paid Compound for a year sub a month ago. Hey, Rock. Hey, E-Rock, I need... Shit. Never mind. Well, sorry, Curtis John. The plus side of that, if you can't get your money back, is at least you'll still be able to watch Antony whenever he feels like doing his show.
And Censored has a ton of shows on it. Maybe there's one you like. I don't know.
I doubt it. Probably sucks. Nick Jefferson. I'm going to have to set up a completely new email address just to join your Patreon. That's how much I love you. Aw.
Wow.
Thanks, Nick. That means a lot. Setting up a new email address is a bitch.
Bitch, yeah.
It's annoying.
I can't believe you don't have like 7 already, though. That you sign up for things.
I just have a couple that are absolutely overloaded with nonsense. Chunk Style. Yo, fellas, Watermelon Man was the best GNS episode ever. Ideas on next movie? I love you.
Yeah.
I agree. I loved watching Watermelon Man. We're definitely going to do stuff like that as bonus content. So please sign up for the Patreon to see us doing movies. We picked one out already.
We were going to do one, and then we got fired that day. So we decided we're not going to do a pre-tape Garrett and Steve.
I literally forgot that, the Wednesday night on Juneteenth when we got because we thought this big meeting was going to maybe be, even if it was us getting canned, it was going to be like, we're closing the studio months from now or something. We didn't realize that night we were fucking getting kicked out the door, or working out the last 2 weeks or whatever. But after the meeting, because me and Garrett were going to do the sequel to Watermelon Man, because there's another movie made by the same people that seems just as batshit and just as crazy black nonsense. But for some reason, after the meeting, we were just like, I'm not really in the mood. Not really in the mood to do a show where we're pretending we're having fun when we just got the fucking rug pulled from out under our ass.
Yeah, and it would have been impossible not to just be thinking about it the whole time. So, but yeah, the Mario Van Peebles, I think that's the right one. Or the other, whatever, the older Van Peebles. He made
Mario or Melvin.
Maybe it's Melvin. Made another movie called Sweet Sweet Back Badass Song. that Duke, the guy who saved Aaron's marriage,
that's right,
recommended for us, and he said it's better than Watermelon Man, and he promises we'll like it. So
I don't know what better than Watermelon Man means, though. Does that mean it's a coherent movie that doesn't just start fucking taking weird turns and stop being a movie? Does he actually finish it?
I think that's what he meant. Like it was a more cohesive movie.
That might suck.
That could, yeah, that's why it could suck, but but I mean, there were such great jokes in Watermelon Man. I'm sure the next one has.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Jimmy G can't afford hold on. I can't afford super chats. I need to save for Simpsons episodes. Well, thank you, Jimmy G, for buying that one. That was very nice of you. I believe it's on my brother's account.
That's right.
He's paying you guys right now. And I saw another comment in this other feed from our Garrett and Steve page. If you want to send a super chat and you're realizing right now that you can't through the Garrett and Steve YouTube page, go to Chrissie Mayr's YouTube, which we're simulcasting on, and she has super chats enabled, so you can send them through there. Just in case you wanted to send us money. I'm helping you out, giving you some tech advice. Curtis John, fuck yeah, Luby is on. Well, she was. Now she's back over there. The duck goes quack quack. Your background is giving me a seizure. That's the idea. If you watch us for too long, your eyes are going to cross and you're going to have permanent brain damage. We're trying to give people a condition. It's like the O&A virus. We want this to spread, like people having a brain condition.
The eye virus.
The GNS retardation. I don't know if okay. Alex Johnson, been on Compound since 2019. Me too. That's when I started. Like the February or January 2019. So really right at the beginning of the year. Me and you started at the same time, Alex. Haven't paid since 2021 and still have premium sub. Did a trial and it just never ended. Love you boys. Yeah, that was the thing that happened.
Yeah.
Often.
And I've also heard that it was like you could, if you have the app and you were signed in at one point, you could always go to the episode and hit listen to audio and that will play. That's what people were calling up and saying. So they didn't have to subscribe.
I remember from when I was when I started there, people saying like, hey, I've been watching this for free for like 2 years. And I'm just like, tell someone about it. And there was like apparently no way to fix it. And I'm like, how is that possible?
Oh, really?
I don't know. Because I didn't look into it other than telling, like, hey, guys, someone said me this was a problem.
Maybe that's why they changed it at the end to you had to sign in every fucking time you went to the website.
I assumed that's what it was but even then, people apparently you could still log in with your unsubscribed email, and you were able to somehow get in. That fucking company had tech problems that were retarded from day one. It never made sense because Antony was spending shit tons of money on all these
services,
these internet, these web providers and shit, and they would just fuck us in the ass. It was insane.
And I mean, at least easily once a month, the website would just all of a sudden not post any of the episodes, even though we did it all in the back end. And then there would have to be some note or whatever to the help desk there. And then they would blame us and say we changed things and we did it. And then all of a sudden it would just magically get fixed, even though we didn't change anything.
Dude, every month. Yeah. Shows wouldn't load. Shows wouldn't be able to go live. And we're like, what the fuck's wrong with the website? We have the exact same routine every day to make this shit work. So why isn't it coming on? And we would contact the company, Otera, and we'd be like, hey, this isn't working. What's going on? And their immediate response was, it was you guys. Something on your end. You're doing something wrong. And we're like, it's impossible.
Yeah.
We have the exact same computers and programs doing the exact same thing every fucking day. How could it be on our end? And we'd argue back and forth. And then all of a sudden, it would be fixed as if someone waved a wand and everything would be working. And we're like, oh, you're right. It must have been on our end because we didn't change anything. And they would give us shitty suggestions like change the stream key to this new one. And it's like, Why? Okay, here we go. I put this new stream key in. That one doesn't work also. And then they would be like, why are you using a different stream key? That's probably why it's not working. It's like, this is what you fucking sent us. You told us to do it. You fucking piece of shit. Everything in tech and in like podcasting entertainment that I've learned so far from working with Compound, and when we would rent out the studio to other teams of people that were in podcasting and in production, the second something's not working, it's just this.
Yeah.
Your job isn't to fix the problem. Your job is to figure out who you can say this problem is because. And it takes forever to get anything back online because no one's trying to fix anything. Everyone's just like, well, it can't be me. It can't be me because I, even though I changed several things on your website, it's fine.
There was one problem I was having back in April where, we start the stream and it's just the coming up next logo. And then when we post the video, we have to tell the website, start the video at this time to skip all that stuff.
Yep.
And there was like 5 In Hot Water episodes in a row where the time was set on the back end of the website, but it would start at the beginning. And it's not that big of a deal. People can skip ahead. It's not like
annoying.
It's annoying, but it's not like the end of the world.
Right.
And I wrote them and told them, and they were like, oh, just try clicking the, force the refresh of the In Hot Water page and click OK. And I was like, yeah, I've done that 4 times. It's still not working. And then they came back with some other excuse. And I said, no, that didn't work. Then I just never heard from them and figured they had no solution. And it was just like,
no, they would just give up.
And those In Hot Water episodes were now older. So it's like, and then literally the week before we got fired, I got an email back. Hey, we think we fixed it. Can you check? It was like 2 months after April. It was like, just out of the blue. Yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah, it works. Whatever.
That was, it was my, the dump episodes. I stopped. First of all, I would just upload the actual video file from the TriCaster because I didn't want to deal with any of what you just described because it never worked right. And then,
it's annoying if people downloaded the video, they would get that whole chunk in the beginning. Yep. It was just wasted bandwidth too.
Yeah. So what I would do is I would just upload my own episode without any of the pre-roll. Mm-hmm. So it just started right when the show started. And then after years of doing it that way, all of a sudden my episodes, when I put them up, there's just a black screen, no video, all audio.
Yeah.
And it would happen like multiple times a week. And again, they're like, well, what are you doing different? You're doing something wrong. How come you're not using the recording that the website made? And I'm like, listen, fuckheads, I don't have to explain why I'm doing anything what I'm doing. The fact of the matter is I've been uploading the show this way for 2 or 3 fucking years. But all of a sudden it's not working and you're telling me it's because I'm doing something wrong when the fucking formula's been the same. So they eventually broke me. Because it was happening every day at one point where I just had no video. And the dump, I would play a lot of videos. So like I needed people to see what I was looking at or else it was just literal noise and nonsense. So I gave up, I gave in, and I just fucking used their recording. And with that, I would get that pre-roll shit where it's 10 minutes of no show.
Yeah.
Even though I would I would put in the time codes and then it would cut too far ahead. And like the first 10 minutes of the show are now completely cut out.
Yeah.
So what I ended up doing is like, all right, no more pre-roll. I'm sorry if you guys are waiting for the show to start in the stream. It's just going to start, the stream starting as soon as the show starts. That's it, done. And it was the only way to make it stop happening.
Yeah. Because once again, we couldn't stream live whenever we wanted. We had to set it up ahead of time with a schedule on the website. Yeah, it was just, I don't know, insane.
Fucking not absolute scenes. Baron Von Blair. Love you guys. Happy to see Luby. Drew, cheers from SoCal. We might hit up Drew because he has some of the Compound equipment set up in his apartment. And when I wear out my welcome in my own home, which is probably soon enough, we might have to go there because he's closer to you than you are to here by far.
Oh, yeah.
So that would, be considerate of me to stop making Garrett trek to fucking Staten Island to hang out with me. But yeah, Drew will be looped in at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
James Jameson, support Gino at Censored using promo code PAT. No, if you're gonna do anything with that, do support Gino and Chrissie. I don't know if there's like a dual promo code you could put in for Gino and Chrissie. Maybe you could put one in, unsubscribe, and then resubscribe with the second one. But if you're going to go that route, support them at the very least. I just wouldn't even fucking bother. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't wait till Monday to see how that transition works.
Yeah. I would like to see how that first show goes. But don't worry. It's going to be better than this because according to Spirit Dups, this isn't the funniest show, but it's fun.
Thanks, Spiridon.
That's a compliment.
That's what I said about Wet Spot, and everyone took it as an offense.
Oh, I thought he was just giving us a backhanded compliment.
But
you were the one with the original backhanded compliment that I'm reading. Okay.
And I get it. It did come out, but I just meant like there were a ton of funny shows on, I can't say like, oh, you're the funniest show on that, but they were like the most fun show everyone was so nice and it was just like easy and fun and all the fans were there and it was great.
God, relax. Why do you hate Chrissie so much, Bobby? Chill out. This is round 2 of this for me. For no reason, just attacking Chrissie. BYB podcast, the Backyard Boy. That explains why my timestamps were always wrong. Yeah, no, and everything worked all backwards and fucked up on the old website.
And remember how I used to do the rundown because on the old website we could put in the time codes and like at this minute he talked about this and you could just hit that link and it would skip right to that time code. Mm-hmm. And then that was supposed to be implemented with Otera, which we've had for 3 years now, and it just never took off. But they were just about to implement it. But what was weird was the old episodes that Otera posted still had the timestamps on it. Like, I don't know why they couldn't do it to the new episodes. I don't know how it got it. Whatever.
I think they hated us.
Yeah.
Otera was the Sullivans of hosting companies, where they would allow us to come in and spend all of our money and probably charge us extra for all the shots we didn't ask for. But they didn't like us. They hated us. Especially because we were always asking for stuff like, hey, can we have it so people can see the videos on our website? Can we have a stream that actually people can access from one of their devices at least? And they were like, God, these fucking needy F words. But that's going to be hard. We have to have also, I just reminded myself by not saying phage, that we need an uncensored version of the show at least once a week where we just show porn and say the N-word.
Yeah.
We could probably do like a Rumble.
I don't think you could show porn on Rumble though.
BitChute.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I have that Vimeo account that we could
show porn on there.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we could probably do one Vimeo a week at the very least, and we'll show all the stuff we couldn't and say the words we can't say on YouTube. Because I understand being on YouTube is gay as hell. It's the most restrictive fucking platform.
It is.
But it's the one where if you want people if you want more people to watch your show and if you want to gather more of a following, then, the people behind your paywall that have been the same people for, you got to go on YouTube. You have to do it. There's no choice. It's just everybody uses it.
YouTube has great features. It's like easy to watch. It has like, you could scroll Twitter while you're watching the video. It has like a pop-up thing and the skip forward and all that stuff. It's the live chat. It's definitely
the live chat.
And I don't mind not having to say the words.
It's fine. Yeah. I just hate in that moment just now. it was coming out of me. I was like, oh wait, I can't say that. It's annoying. Well, do we want to do some of our produced material or should we go to
the producers
material for us?
Yeah, I feel like we should.
I think we should too. Let me pull it up. And looks like we got more, but we're going to do the one I got yesterday first, and we might do more later on. This is from James Schaefer, our booth boy. And let me actually just get this copy link. And Chrissie or Frank, whoever is manning the station, I'm going to send this to you in the private chat that I can't find anymore. Fuck. Where the hell's... I have the regular chat.
Just put it in the regular chat.
I guess I could just put it in the regular chat. Here, everybody, if you want to, this is what we're going to be watching. I think it just says to here restaurant, whatever. I'll pull it up on my end if I have to. But let's read the message from James Schaefer, one of our producers.
And if you want to be a producer, our booth boy, join our $25 tier on Patreon.
Please do. Oh, you know what I can do? Let me just reply to this with this. And all right, I emailed it to Chrissie. All right, hi fellas. Love you, love the show. Happy birthday, Jimmy. I recently rediscovered this great YouTube channel called Dahir Insat. It's a Turkish company that makes these capital investment pitch videos using state-of-the-art 3D graphics. All their ideas are very practical and economically feasible. I get a feeling that was the sarcasm part. I think you guys should jump on some of these ideas and become billionaires.
Ooh.
God bless.
Hopefully.
Well, I'll be very excited to jump on those ideas. All right. Oh, here we go. Perfect. We're ready. We're loaded up and ready to go.
Thank you.
Chat would like to present instant service technology for large-scale dining establishments. The essence of this invention lies in the automation of the processes of cooking and serving meals, which makes it possible to reduce customer wait time to just a few minutes. Let's take a closer look at this technology.
How are they going to do that?
The server takes an order from a group of...
I previewed a few seconds of this. Mm-hmm. I don't know the infrastructure of Turkey. I don't know their GDP. I don't know how much money that country has. I don't know if it's a rich place or a poor place. I don't know anything about Turkey other than Budapest is
I would say it's above average. Not like the richest country, but they're doing well.
I don't know if the United Arab Emirates and Abu Dhabi, the richest country in the world, could pull this fucking shit off. Really? The fucking amount of nonsense involved with this absolutely retarded idea is, it would cost so much fucking money. Let's just watch it. I'm sorry. We'll get
customers
to
and using a tablet computer sends a request to the kitchen where the meals are prepared. Above the dining area is a space in which meals are transferred from the kitchen to customers' tables using conveyor belts and mechanical arms.
Look at this factory.
The orders are distributed using a system of sensors and rotating.
Every restaurant just wants to do something like this, so you need 300 miles of treadmill basically in your fucking restaurant. Just so, by the way, you have a couple less servers, because the system needs servers in it. It needs waitresses and waiters still. But you'll have a couple less.
Oh my God. Yeah, how would this...
Rotating pulleys that flawlessly direct each dish to its destination. The entire trip from the kitchen to the table takes 1 minute or less. Once a dish reaches its final destination...
Yeah, the entire trip from the kitchen to the table takes 1 minute or less. As opposed to when you order food from a restaurant and the waiter has it, he's holding it, maybe he might be there 45 minutes, 2 hours.
And then everyone's got to eat out of these shitty covered plates or whatever, like
that are getting pressed down by a hydraulic press. Yeah, that's so
a
far.
Compartment located about the customer's table, an automated mechanical arm takes it and brings it down into the dining area. The automation of the processes of cooking and serving food makes it possible to serve customers.
There's a thing from above?
Oh, yeah.
That comes and picks it up?
Yeah, the miles of treadmill are in the ceiling. And what happens is the food gets spread around in the ceiling, and then all of a sudden a big penis comes out of the sky and comes on your table and leaves the food there.
How many parts are you relying on to run this restaurant? If one treadmill breaks, you're screwed.
It's a food factory with, a lot of pieces and a lot of moving parts that if one little thing goes wrong, nobody can eat.
Nobody can eat.
Or the crazier thing is going to happen. Your wait staff's going to have to go to the kitchen, pick up the food, and bring it out to the tables.
They have to go in the crawl space up in the roof and find your food and throw it down the hole.
Army crawl on their bellies and start throwing food out of the ceiling at the tables down below.
Customers so quickly that they can get their appetizers before they're even done ordering. After the customers leave the table, the server collects the used dishes and places them in a special container that is then sent to the lower floor where an automated high-pressure dishwasher is located. This technology
have a busboy now that has to collect all the dishes and put it in a thing.
Yeah. Why?
So, like what they do already. Collect all the dishes and put them in a thing.
They don't have to walk to the back room and then walk back out.
The 15-foot walk.
Saving time. Think how many times the busboy has to do that every night. You know?
have to spend $1 billion on this fucking nonsense just so you can have fat, lazy busboys.
Yeah, like a restaurant that could afford to do this, they're high end. You're not going to want to eat there and eat off a treadmill.
Makes it possible to minimize manual labor by the staff, which in turn increases the speed and quality of service while maintaining expenses at an optimal level. The establishment's turnover can also be up to 10,000 customers per day. The restaurant will also boast ideal sanitary conditions for food preparation. Since the kitchen is entirely autonomous, no staff members are allowed inside, and the paths of served meals and dirty
kitchens get dirty because waitresses walk in, or they're dirty and fucking filthy because the lazy chefs don't clean anything. And this is going to just turn into a giant gunk factory if the people inside of it don't meticulously clean every little piece of scrap that comes onto the treadmills.
Yeah, I think I'm more afraid of like rotting food than a waitress with a cold going into the kitchen.
Also, this conveyor belt station in the ceiling better have a few people up there with guns to shoot all the mice that are going to be.
My God.
The mice and roaches are going to be stealing food off the plates as they zip by. Because I'm sure, it's going to be a well-lit ceiling, attic.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be a dark, dank attic with food flowing through it that the mice are going to break into.
Dirty dishes never intersect. Its fast, high-quality service, affordable prices, and delicious, healthy meals will ensure the loyalty of this establishment's customers, who will be more than happy to come back to the restaurant again and again. Learn more about instant service restaurant technology at www.hereinchat.com.
Oh, in chat. I like the way they pronounce that. Let's see. Okay, there's more. Is this the same idea? Yes, it looks like it. Massive restaurant. The food's probably great.
I do love the setup of the restaurant, though. It looks cool.
It looks huge, and whenever you have something that big, I'd have to imagine the quality of the food would suffer because they're just mass producing bullshit. But the way it actually looks, I think that looks kind of cool.
Like it looks optimized, if that means anything.
The setup is kind of like the wallpaper here. It's got like all this cool design that if you stare at it for too long, it'll give you a massive headache. Let's see what else. Oh, this is just restaurant noise. This is what it would sound like in this place. Clank, 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 clank. People will laugh in this restaurant. Maybe we should send all our friends there.
Yeah, it's just B-roll of their imaginary restaurant.
How would this fucking conveyor system not always get clogged up, fucked up?
Or one thing like is off center and it falls off the thing and
you're
need screwed.
An entire second staff that's just in your attic making sure this shit keeps going. Why? It's easier and more fucking logical to just have a waitress or a waiter come out with the plates and put them on the table. This is the most unnecessary, shitty idea I've ever seen. The only thing that's cool about it is that it looks cool.
Yes.
Like I actually would, if this restaurant did exist, I'd go to it.
God, it'd be like the future, yeah.
I'd go to it just to sit in it for, once, watch it fall apart. But I'd want the big thing to come down on my table. Like I get the appeal of it. It's not beyond me why this would be cool, but
impractical or impossible, really.
Impossible jokers. Yeah, I don't think it could work, but it could. The future. This is for the future. It's not for the now.
Yeah. But thank you. I forget who sent it in, but this was a great one. And maybe we can later on check out, another shows, check out their other inventions they came up with.
So yeah, we're 2 for 2 on produced segments from our Patreon producers, our booth boys.
Disco Bob.
James Schaefer was today with the InShot, Dahir InShot, and Gabe. I wonder if his last name is Itches. Yesterday with Disco Bob. Disco Bob was a hit. And before I accidentally clicked the video because I still had it up here in my tabs.
Yeah.
And immediately it's just Disco Bob's feet. And I was just like, oh, God damn it. Not what I ever want to look at. But should we go to some chats or should we go to some of our Booth Boy produced segments?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Well, we got a chat.
Yep.
The duck goes quack, quack. You can't say YouTube is gay on YouTube. Do better. Really? Whoops. I did it again.
What's the duck goes quack, quack? I'm missing that. Just twice now someone said that.
Is that like, I mean, my grandfather used to say, did you hear that duck when he would fart? Maybe it's a reference to farting.
I didn't know if it was like a dump reference I was missing.
If it is, I myself don't recall it, and I apologize.
Oh, let me. From Josh, you guys should talk to Patrick Melton about super tips. You keep more money than with super chats. Yeah. So,
Sure.
Remember Perry Caravello?
I do remember Perry Caravello.
He has, I don't want to say a right-hand man, but like someone that's produces him, I guess, Tom Brennan. He was a friend with Gavin, came on Gavin's show a little bit. He wrote me this big, long email last night or today about Melton created this thing called Super Tips, and you could like hook it up to your YouTube and it does just like super chats, but they only keep 10% instead of 30% but he said like they're not taking new things now, but Melton might let us in anyway.
He has to send us a link.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was
going to ask Chrissie, off air and stuff about it. Has she heard about it?
I like the idea of not giving YouTube any money, but with add-on shit like that, it's like just another thing people have to sign up for and use. And it's how many different things we want people to like. Let's try to keep everything as centralized as possible,
just to make it easier.
Just to make it easy, because simplicity. I mean, as someone who worked in podcast, fuck all my experience working at a podcast company. My origins are I was a podcast fan, and I would never, even if it was the greatest show in the world, the second it was kind of a pain in the ass to listen to, or if I had to sign up for an extra thing, it didn't happen. I was just like, I'll listen to something else. I don't care. So I don't want to make things annoying. If people are already signed up to do it this way, I'm fine with it. Well, because that's a down the road switch.
Exactly. Yeah, even the Adam Carolla show that I listen to still, they've now started putting in commercials during a sentence. Like it'll just stop him right, maybe not during a sentence, but like right at the end of a period. Then it would just be like a McDonald's commercial for 30 seconds, and then it would pick back up with what he was saying. And it not like he does have regular commercials where he's like, we'll be back in a second, and you just skip ahead. But this is just like in the middle of a conversation. Hey, at McDonald's. And it's like, wow, they're really making it annoying.
It wasn't a YouTube ad that like you can then rewind. It was like part of the podcast.
Yeah, I just download the audio.
Itself. Yeah,
and I think Podcast One now is inserting ads into podcasts without the podcast really even knowing it. They just find a break in the action and throw an ad in, and it's annoying.
That's great. Yeah. All right, Chuck. What's up, Chuck? Steve, did you ever listen back to old Jay Thomas shows? Some of the best radio of all time. Garrett, I always wondered who was Gianna and why was she on the show all of a sudden?
Oh, my God.
I have never listened to old Jay Thomas shows. I am a bad friend. I've never listened to your origin story.
I mean, I don't know if you would even be able. There's like the one famous one where he interviewed Kevin Bacon, and that's on YouTube. But that's just like a segment. It's not his whole show. Where this was right after the Bernie Madoff scandal, and Kevin Bacon was named as like a victim of Bernie Madoff. So Jake had him on and was like, so what's going on with the Bernie Madoff thing? And Kevin was like, I don't really want to talk about it. So then Jay was just like, okay. And like wouldn't move on past it, and it got really awkward. And
Oh, like me before when I was like, we're not doing any more show until someone sends me $5 now. We got to hit the goal.
But yeah, Jay was great. You know, a totally different show than Compound type of stuff. It was more, he did this segment called Holiday Road, where he would just interview people that had stupid holiday destinations in America, like the guy with the biggest ball of yarn or a guy that built a stagecoach out of toothpicks. And he'd talk to these people. And Jay was such a good, I don't know, like commiserator, or I don't know. He could talk to these people and get good stuff out of them. And it was always a good show.
Did you ever talk to the guy who made the big fiddle in Sydney, Nova Scotia?
No, I don't.
Well, we're going to have to fucking resurrect Jay Thomas from the grave.
But
send him up to Frankietown.
So he got asked to fill in for Howard when Howard was taking off Fridays, or it's out forever, taking off. And they had the same agent, so maybe that's why. And we would bring Shuli in because Shuli would come on Jay's show, his regular show, like once a week. So we had Shuli come on a Friday because of the Howard Stern connection. And he wanted a girl. And this girl, Gianna Michaels, was, I don't know if she was like a Stern super fan. She was in the Stern universe somehow, but not
porn?
like, what?
The porn Gianna Michaels?
No.
There's a different Gianna Michaels?
Now I'm wondering if that was her last name or I'm just thinking of the porn girl.
Yeah, you just got fucking beaten off on the brain because we were talking about porn before.
Or maybe it was Gianna Maselli. It could be in Maselli or something. Yeah, but she kind of was in the Stern world and brought to us, and she was fine, but I never really got why she was there or anything. And then
I have just in the chat right here, I saw why she might be there. It says big fucking tits.
That's true.
Copyright Antony Cumia. That's his bit.
That's true. She was there for that, I guess.
But yeah, all right. Josh, I hear Steve, but Super Tips requires like one more click. No account required for the chatter and uses Apple Pay. It's easy. Okay. Well, then maybe we will use it. We'll have to look into that. Unbreaded.
Not sure.
What? All right, let's get into I have a couple videos, and honestly you can pull up any of them because they're all just fun.
So pick whatever one you like.
Yeah, this is the Garrett and Steve crapshoot. Whichever one you think, and we'll discuss.
And we got to wrap up pretty soon because we got to be out of here by at least 1. So
yes, definitely have to be out by 1. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is the one you sent in.
Oh God, yes. So this is not sure. Oh, is that a Comedy Central logo?
Yes.
This is on Comedy Central. Oh, what does it say there?
Taraji P. Henson and Vice President Kamala Harris thinks very low of the black community. If they think this is relating to the black community, then they are the racist ones. Not all of us think this way.
Oh God, yeah. So this is some skit.
No, Taraji. Now, you know I wouldn't do that, especially not to a fellow bison. The real HU, you know.
Fellow
so
what?
What's on your mind?
I guess it's a college.
Oh, Madam VP Harris, I'm worried about the election. Women's reproductive rights are on the line. Our Supreme Court is on the line. Our basic freedoms are being tested, Madam VP. I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing? Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right.
Why don't they learn?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here on these streets.
This is fucking hot sauce in my bag all over again. Pokemon, go to the polls. Go to the polls, Pokemon, go.
Right, Taraji.
Why do they do this?
There's so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they're not like us. No, they not.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they not like us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I talk about, Taraji? And she fucking codes in and out in mid-sentence from I'm black to, you know, we really need to keep people vote. We need to get people to the polls. My sister. It's so fucking corny. It makes me want to die.
On attack on our fundamental freedoms, the freedom to vote.
Oh,
The freedom to love who you love, the freedom to be safe from gun violence, the freedom for a woman to make decisions about her own body, not having her government tell her what to do.
And the freedom for a woman to not need no man.
Mm-hmm. What does freedom from gun violence even mean?
Well, yeah, what law are they going to put into place that's going to get people to stop fucking shooting each other? Even if you make guns all illegal, people will still get them.
And the thing about the voting is they're hung up on you can't give water bottles out right in front of the polling place in Georgia. Now it's restricting people from voting.
Yeah, the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode.
Yeah. And then you can love who you want to love. When is that in jeopardy?
No, she's right about that. Trump specifically said, no gays. There's no more gays. That's it. We gave you gays a little bit of leeway. We gave you an inch. Took a big fat gay mile. That's it. Trump is banning gays. You're not allowed to. We're going straight Sharia law. There will be, if you are caught being gay, and that's in any way, even if you just tell someone, hey, nice shoes, you're going to prison for life, if not execution.
Better watch out, Gino. Don't answer your phone.
Yeah, Gene, when Trump's in office, you better fucking hide your lifestyle because that's it. No more gays. That's it. The gay stuff's done. It's all over now.
In the same vein as this video, but about Hillary Clinton, I saw a tweet that I just thought was hilarious. In Hillary Clinton's voice, how about you walk to a polling place and vote on that thing?
Oh my God.
When she did that, Pokemon Go to the polls. How about you walk to the polls?
I would believe she actually wrote that. I could believe that she did because she's just, this is going to connect with the young people, right? Do they know I'm not a human? Have they figured that out yet? Hawk tour to the polls.
And I saw now some betting sites have Kamala Harris ahead of Joe Biden to be the nominee for the Democrats.
That's probably why she did a video with a Taraji B. Oh, here we go.
Young
I love
people
this.
to be supported and mentored in getting those skills at community colleges, at apprenticeships run by labor unions and businesses. Because we're going to have a lot of jobs from building infrastructure to coding, creating new apps.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go. But I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
It doesn't even make sense.
I don't know who created.
Oh, no, we play it again, please.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, there we go.
Pokemon Go.
Oh, the smile of like, look, the joke I'm setting up.
But I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
So what is she wants Pokemon to vote for her? Like what?
No, I want the young people to Pokemon go to the polls. Vote for me, goddammit.
I wonder if Pokemon Go is still a thing. Like, are still some people still going around?
I'm sure it exists still. Like, it's probably still an app, but the craze is definitely over.
Yeah. I just haven't heard it.
I think now, like the Michael Gavin Ali's of the world are probably still playing a little bit.
Did you ever do it?
Never.
Oh,
I played Pokemon, on my Game Boy.
Yeah,
but I never played the phone game because I was an adult at that point. I was like, this shit's stupid.
Oh.
You're all nerds. I only play Pokemon in secret on my Nintendo.
I definitely got caught up in it a little bit, but then it got too confusing, and there were all these weird like meeting places where you could go to have battles and stuff, and people
hated it.
Yeah,
I thought it was dumb. The other Trump. Oh, here we go. Stuttering John.
Thank you, stuttering.
Keep it up, Gis. Thank you. We're trying to keep it up. Thank you very much. But the other thing I saw Is Isabella alive 2.0? Nothing says I love you more than hard. He forgot the cold. More than hard cash.
Yeah, but Canadian cash.
Hard cash. Yeah, Canadian cash is only cold cash. The hard cash is the American cash. But the other thing that Kamala was saying on Twitter the other day was, if you don't vote for us, if you don't vote for Biden, Trump is going to put in a nationwide ban on abortion.
Oh, I know.
A federal ban on abortion. And it got community noted. And it just said, like, Trump, no, I'm not. Never said that. Not doing that. That would be stupid. Even if he was going to do that, why would he say it? That'll just alienate half the fucking base, because the abortion is the retard problem, where we could all fight about it, even though it's really the day-to-day for most people, zero effect. But that's neither here nor there. My favorite part of the whole interaction was Elon Musk quote tweeted the whole thing and was like, I don't even know why these people are trying this shit anymore. My website doesn't allow for this.
Yeah. I saw one today from Biden. I don't know if it was the POTUS account or his, whatever, but it was like a picture of Trump just saying, I'm going to be a dictator. And it's like, God, how many lies can they run with that are just blatantly not true, but they just make it their campaign promises to fight, these made up hoaxes.
Yeah. And it's at this point, like, do you even have to lie to people? They know who they're going to vote for pretty much.
Yeah.
You're either that guy or that guy. There's not.
Who are these undecided voters?
I can't remember. Like, what are you undecided about? which cult are you in? Pick one. All right, let's get to, because let's see. I know we're running out of time in a little bit. Yeah. Let's get to one of the videos I sent. Literally any one of them, because they're all just a grab bag of goofy shit. Because I wanted to just do a little dump.
Do you miss the dump?
Yeah, I miss just talking about all my nonsense.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
I haven't watched this yet because I was saving it for us. But this guy is giving a piss air tutorial.
Okay. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make piss air.
We're not going to see his penis, right?
Right there, that's 7 jugs of piss.
Oh, I don't think so.
And right here, you need a fan.
Oh, no.
What you're going to want to do, take the fan.
Oh, no.
Put it in front, and then so the piss air will go in the back of the fan, and then the front of the fan will spray the air. And now you got a fragrance and piss, beautiful air. And so get you some piss air. It's hygienic. It smells good. And yeah. Yay, piss air. I love it. So
oh, what?
So, I mean, this obviously is a joke, but I'm not sure if the bottles of piss are a joke.
No, I've never seen apple juice come in a gallon like that.
In 3 different containers? Yeah, I don't think apple juice comes like that. That 1 gallon jug looks very dehydrated. The guy needs to drink a little bit more water. But I picture this is very much how Gino kind of gets the fragrances flowing in his Harlem apartment. He keeps the jugs of piss out. Because he used to, I don't know what he's going to do with all his ricotta containers of pee.
Oh.
Because the fridge at Compound used to be full of them. Now, I guess his fridge is at home. It's just going to be filled with these exact jugs.
This guy should just move to New York City and take the 34th Street stop if he wants piss air. If he loves that smell. Oh, my God. Every corner you walk by on that station is piss air.
Every corner. That whole area we worked in was bum feces.
Yeah.
It was literal shit and piss everywhere. Vomit, occasional vomit, mostly shit and piss. And you just walked out and you're like, it's disgusting here. I'm in a third world country. It's worse than Pat Dixon's bottles of piss.
Did Pat have bottles of piss?
I don't know. Maybe. I can imagine. That's an upper thing. Peeing in bottles. It's totally if you're Pat may or may not be known for consuming a lot of Adderall.
What did Jake and Louie were on uppers when they did it?
I don't think so. I think he was just crazy.
He was just didn't want to go out.
But it's like a manic type of behavior. So you could either be crazy or on uppers that are making you manic. but it's like, I don't have time to go to the bathroom all the time because I have to pee so much from all this Adderall. I'm just going to pee in these bottles.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. But it's such a thing. And it's like an online phenomenon. When I used to go on 4chan, people would talk about their piss jugs all the time.
All the time. You're right.
Like, why? Just go to the bathroom. Or if you are peeing in a jug, you don't have a window, like dump it out. Why are you keeping piss in your room?
Yeah. Why do you need a full gallon? When it's half full, just dump it out.
Why don't you have a bathroom? Why?
I don't know.
But yeah, good piss air tutorial.
Piss air.
But yeah, speaking of a piss tutorial, our last day at Compound on that Thursday night, I drank like 7 beers, beer shirts, and I had to go to the bathroom a couple times during the show. And for some reason, the lock on the women's room, which was the bathroom closest to us, it kept fucking with me. Like I would push it in the code and it wouldn't open. So I was.
But it was making the noise, like you hit the buttons.
Sometimes I would hit the buttons and no noise would happen. But you understand, I literally ran off the show because I'm about to pee my pants, and I have to run back. And I out loud in the hallway, like the second time or the first time I went to go pee, I was like, I don't have time for this. So I literally just pissed on the floor next to the bathroom door. I don't know if you noticed, because I had to do it twice, because the next time I went to the bathroom, the same thing happened. And I was like, well, here we go again. And there was a gigantic puddle of piss on the floor next to the bathroom.
You didn't go to the fire escape or anything?
I didn't even bother, because I'm like, I'm never coming back here. I'm pissing on the floor in the hallway. I don't give a shit.
But you could have peed out the fire escape grates and onto the people down below.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I never did that. I just peed on the floor like, one of the immigration law office customers.
Oh, God.
Or, I didn't even think to pee on people down below.
I mean, it would atomize by the time it got to the bottom, but that's even more fun. Piss air. You make a piss air.
So there are 2 ways to make piss air, is what you're going to learn today on the show. One is to put a box fan over your jugs of piss. The other is to piss out of a 9th floor window.
Do you think he just like removed the cap off the gallon jug? That's how he got the piss? I don't know.
That seems extremely dangerous. Here we go. What's this? Piss.
We filled up this bottle, and it's actually still kind of warm.
God.
Wow. What I think is really interesting, though, is that when I shake it, it turns red. What?
That's
and
fake.
so I shake it a bit more.
Yeah, totally fake.
Yeah.
It becomes completely green.
Thank you for the tutorial. Now I know I need to keep my my piss bottles shaken, not stirred. But no, if I was that black guy with the piss in my room, I would be terrified that I'm going to inevitably knock all the pee over onto the floor.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Because as my wife can attest to, she has one of these big water bottles that she drinks from every day. It's her, main source of hydration. It's like this fucking big. It holds, 15 gallons of fucking water. And when I knock it over all the time, it literally is a waterfall that goes for 2 minutes straight. But it's just, if she puts the cap on it, I'll never touch it. I'll never go near it. I'll never, it never even becomes a thing. But for some reason, whenever it's on like the coffee table or on the nightstand next to the bed and the cap's off, my feet, arms, head are magnetically drawn to this thing, and I just knock it the fuck over.
Remember, I might have been the first Garrett and Steve show, I think, maybe, or one of the first ones where you hit the cap in the gap.
Yes.
And I had my water bottle cup, not that one, but
Contigo.
Yeah, the same thing. And yeah, didn't have the cap closed. And I celebrated and kicked the desk, and it just tipped over and just started pouring water out. I had no idea. You were just watching it empty.
I was celebrating and going, hey, Garrett, you got to watch your water there. Because again, these bottles that hold fucking 5 gallons of water, it was just getting all over the desk, all over the wires. And at that point, I cared. I was like, don't ruin this stuff. We need to use it for another month or 2. But yeah, I that's how I made my own sloppy steaks once at home. I fucking knocked over the giant jug of water into my plate of steak.
Oh, that cup?
Yes. So, but my point is, I cannot imagine keeping jugs of fucking piss in your house.
No.
Basically, what you're saying is, I'm gonna have a piss floor, no matter what. It's gonna be piss floor.
And I would almost think that the piss would erode the plastic in the thing and could start leaking. I don't know. Maybe not.
Anyway.
Thank you.
Oh, here we go. Mr. Me. This is a pretty good show. I'll catch you next time. Back to work.
Thanks, Mr. Me.
Thank you, Mr. Me. Yeah, we were hoping to catch people on their lunch break. Unfortunately, this isn't the dump, so I couldn't catch you on your lunch break and show you Indian people eating cow shit and people just splattering their hands all over food and gay porn. But this will have to. The piss jugs will have to do. I hope you're enjoying your lunch. Oh, here we go. Rock Bottom Podcast with Ray DeVito. Bet you're glad to be done with Gino? ? Do my show. We're not done with Gino.
We're not done with Gino.
We're doing. I don't know if the Gum Mondays is going to be regular. I'm sure we're going to work on something like that, if not that. But we're definitely still at least doing Gum Fridays. But I'd imagine it'd be,
But Gum Mondays is, we can't call it, but it's like an extension of In Hot Water, or like trying to keep In Hot Water alive in the format we last left it in.
Yeah, I'm going to talk like a microwave and do a stink voice maybe sometimes. Who knows? The beauty of our situation, we just got fired and left out hang to dry. So we have to feel, what the fuck are we going to do? What the fuck we do with our time now? All this time. And then I go, I have all this time. I spend 24/7 watching Baby. Somehow I don't have a job yet. I still have no fucking time doing anything.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm busy traveling to Staten Island half the time.
I feel very bad about that. I'm sorry.
Please don't. You let me be here, and you bought all the equipment and all that stuff. So
you could borrow my car.
I don't have a driver's license.
Like never had one, or it's suspended?
No, I had one, and then my dad ran a stop sign and ran from the cops, and then I got a ticket, and then didn't pay it for a while, then finally paid it, but I wasn't like driving anymore. And I don't know.
But you're not one of these fully grown New York adults that's never driven and doesn't know how to drive.
I've had a driver's license at some point, but it expired and I can't.
So we could put you behind the wheel of a car. You just got to not get pulled over.
Yes, exactly.
You can borrow my car.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's not even my car. It's my wife's. You can borrow my wife's car. It's fine. Here we go. BYB podcast. Thoughts on the Baldo? Ever used one?
I'm afraid to Google it. Is it like a balls dildo?
If you'd like to know, this is infamous because of Nick Rakita. Apparently, he used to advocated it. It's a device that your balls go into. It's a hard little shell. So your balls, in theory, could go inside a woman's vagina while your penis, I think, hits the clit. I don't know if I can.
Oh my God! So you're inserting your balls into the vagina and then using your penis to stimulate her.
That seems like that restaurant idea.
I'm gonna try and pull up.
Mine's all over the place trying to do new innovative things to a classic recipe, and all you did was make a retarded Turkish thing that nobody
came up on Wet Spot once as well. Oh, it's weird. Okay,
Baldo.
Like if this was in hot water or not on YouTube, we could pull up the guy putting his balls in the girl's asshole.
I was literally just all this made me think of is that video of the guy shoving his nuts in a girl's butt.
I got a picture that can work.
Or, and again, this is why we're gonna have to do an uncensored version of a show. I showed it on the dump once years ago. Oh, I don't like that.
God,
that just looks like it'll hurt your balls.
But your balls aren't even fully encased; they're like sticking out.
What's?
I feel like that would hurt.
And you're just like tugging on them. Yeah, no. Thoughts on the Baldo? Hell no, I hate it.
No.
Whoever invented that's a real jerk. But yeah, we have a video. I think we played it on In Hot Water a few hundred times years ago. Do you remember it was a guy bent over farting his balls out of his ass?
Kinda. I can't picture it in my head, but The scenario rings.
A guy with the longest, fattest I've ever seen. He had his balls up his own ass and he farted them out. One of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. I think about it all the time. Modern marvel. Oh, here we go. Jaquan G. Garrett uses 2 baldos.
That's right.
Hashtag sexual jackknife.
Could you use one of the baldos in the butt and then your penis in the front?
You know, I never thought of it that way. Perhaps you could. That's real interesting. All right. I think we are nearing the $1, the 1 p.m. mark where we have to get off here. Jay Elder, there's more money where this came from if you two kiss. Nah.
Stop laughing, Luby.
I'd rather be poor. I'd never be able to look at you the same if I kissed you.
No.
Gino's kissing people all the time.
All the time.
I don't know how he does it because it's uncomfortable. I don't want to feel a man's face on my face. Rock Bottom Podcast with Ray DeVito. I'm the real Ray DeVito. Prove it. What's your social security number? Prove it. Do we have any more? Oh, here we go. Push-ups, 2345, not Spirit on. Garrett is happy to be invited anywhere, even Staten Island. Damn, he's coming at you today. He's fucking.
But Spiridon's the one that got me a card that said I'm appreciated.
Okay.
An actual physical card. It was very nice. But that's not Spiridon, so I don't know why I'm bringing him up.
Yeah, I don't know why you keep bringing him up. Well, thank you, Push-ups. Rock Bottom Podcast with Ray DeVito, 1999. Thank you. We just hit the goal. I don't know what the goal. I'm the real Ray DeVito. The C word is Christmas. Check.
Proved.
Gino and Keanu lie. Check.
Nope.
Checkerino on that one. Liars. You guys should come work for me. I like using a baldo when I wear headbands. All right, I might have to uncheck. I don't think Ray DeVito wears headbands.
But he definitely wears a baldo.
I can see him using the baldo.
Yeah.
The headband though, that's a Gino thing, and Ray and Gino are mortal enemies, so I don't think he'd ever wear a headband. He'd wear wristbands maybe, just to be like that'd be this is my thing. I'm the wristband guy, but he'd never wear a headband. Now I'm questioning you again, Mr. Fake DeVito. Chirp. No, there's no smoke alarm beeps tonight. You're not getting me with that.
Yeah,
that really got me.
Good.
That fucking got me last night.
God.
But today I know it's not coming for me. All right, that was the last of the chats, right?
Yeah, that's it. Did anybody? I mean, I jumped on like 15 minutes ago. Did anyone send a super chat for you to call Gino gay?
Yes,
we already did.
I missed it.
We already.
For some reason, he answered the phone laughing.
Yeah, I don't know. It was so funny.
Yeah.
It was a serious phone call. Well, anywho.
All right.
Any last final thoughts?
What's the plan for tomorrow?
The plan for tomorrow is 4th of
Celebrate
July.
4th of July.
But I'll be home at some point. I'm not gonna make you come here. Maybe we can do a little Zoom
or something. Yeah.
Little bonus for people. Just like a 4th of July recap. I'll tell you how many hot dogs I ate, how many hamburgers I put away. If I accidentally made squirt in the pool out of my butt.
Oh, you going to a pool party? Wow. Has Charlie been in the pool yet?
Yes, he's been in this pool that we're going to.
Oh.
And
did you throw him in?
Kind of.
Like they do?
No, not like that. No, we walked him in.
Those are funny videos when they're just walking by kids and they just push them in to like teach them how to survive.
And the thing is, the last time we took him to other pools and other little things of water, he didn't like it. And I'm now worried because this pool we're going to, it's at Caitlin's aunt's house. And the only people that are going to be using it are children. So we can use it if we bring our kid in. Obviously, we could use it if we just wanted to, but we'd be the weird aunt and uncle now that are just using the pool while all the other adults are standing outside drinking beers. So Charlie really needs to like the pool, or else I'm going to be going in like, hey guys.
What kind of in-ground pool?
In-ground pool.
Diving board or anything? Okay.
None of that. Small.
Deep end? Is there a deep end?
Yeah, but we shan't be visiting that.
Yeah, but all right, so it's an official pool. Nice.
Someone got it in at the buzzer. Rock Bottom Podcast with Ray DeVito. Call Gino. Call him gay.
Man.
If that background moved, it'd be a Max Headroom show. The background, I think, gets the most comments out of anything we do.
Yeah.
I'm literally looking at 2 separate ones that just came in now.
Just a heads up, last night your son pooped in the tub.
Yeah.
And now he's going to go to a bigger tub.
But the water in the tub was warm. The water in the
pool.
pool.
Okay. All right.
So maybe that'll be a difference.
Just trying to give you something to think about.
He also wasn't wearing a diaper in the tub.
Oh.
He will have a water diaper on in the pool to make sure there are no, Snickers bars floating around. Oh, you knocked over America.
I was on the other line, but I'm sure this is important. What's up, Garrett?
Oh man, super important, buddy. You're gay.
Okay, hold on. Let me sit in my chair.
Wait,
let me get a pen. Let me get a pen to write it down. What do you need to tell me?
I said you're gay.
Oh, what a way to wrap up the show.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you all for watching.
So maybe
you guys want to do Friday?
Oh, Friday. Yeah, tomorrow night we might stay tuned. We might have a little post 4th of July Zoom thing going on. But Friday we have the Shuli show.
Shuli show in the morning.
In the morning, we're gonna be on that, and we're doing Gum Friday with Gino.
True.
That'll be sometime in the afternoon, I believe.
All right. So they should subscribe to Shuli and subscribe to Gino's channel to watch those.
Gum Friday on Patreon to see the boys with Gino, or subscribe to Garrett and Steve on Patreon just to see us, because we're going to be doing some other things that we're going to just put on there, special for the subscribers.
Cool. All right. Thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon, if not tomorrow.
See you every day. Garrett and Steve every day, every show, every day. Just watch.